Hi, welcome to the Perfume Preppy, where we talk about all things fragrance related. So before we get started, be sure to click like and subscribe. That way you're notified when I release more fragrance related content. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this video is going to be an update video, but it's kind of going to be a Cheers and Jeers video related to Bath & Body Works and some of their fragrances that I've reviewed on the channel. But like I said, it's Cheers and Jeers, but we're going to start with the good news first. So on the Cheers side of that, Sweetest Song, which you probably remember me talking about a few months back. This fragrance was released for Mother's Day of this year, and it had like a whole, campaign for it. They had like one of the things that they had in the product line was a music box with the fragrance in it. When you opened it up, it played music, and it had like a lot of the same branding, like the pale blue with the light pink. It was really pretty. Just to remind you, the fragrance notes are blush raspberry, sugar crystals, and whipped musk. But even with those notes, I really liked it because it wasn't overbearing and it wasn't like so sugary that it smelled, like really juvenile, or it just didn't smell good because it was like too sweet. It had a really sophisticated smell to it, even with those notes. So I was really hopeful that this was going to become a permanent part of Bath & Body Works like collections, which it did. So I was really excited about it. So yeah, you can go online or in store. They still have plenty of it. So if you didn't get a chance to try it out during Mother's Day, like I said, it's part of the permanent line now. So feel free to do that. Now on the opposite side, as I said, it's going to be Cheers and Jeers. So on the Jeers side of it, you may recall that I reviewed You're So Cheeky, which was my favorite scent out of the Everyday Luxuries collection. And I spoke really highly about it. I think I might have mentioned how the scent is kind of reminiscent of Carolina Herrera Good Girl, the first one. And how, out of all of them, this was my favorite one. They had a couple others that were okay in that collection, but nothing that really stuck out to me. They had one that was, I think it's called Viva Vanilla. That one's okay. It was like two more that I smelled that were okay. I hate to say it, but that entire line, the best thing about most of the scents are the names they were given. The smell, the fragrances, I wasn't really too wowed by, but my favorite one was You're So Cheeky. So this one right here, this is the Ultimate Hydration Body Cream, which every fragrance in that line has. Now, here's where the Jeers part comes in. So I went back probably, let's see, either earlier this month or late last month to replace my Ultimate Hydration Body Cream like this, because I keep one in my gym bag at the gym where I work out, and when I get done showering, I want to put it on. And what's so great about it is this is thick without being greasy, and it's very hydrating, but the scent is really good, so you don't even have to put on like the spray. You don't have to layer, you can, but I don't usually when I'm leaving the gym, and it smells so good. And I've had a lot of women, when I pass them by, ask me what I was wearing. So I was running low, and that bottle was pretty much gone. So I went back into the local Bath & Body Works, the full line, to pick this up, and it was gone. They told me that they had kind of cut the Everyday Luxuries collection like almost in half, and You're So Cheeky was one of the fragrances that got cut, which, like I said before, this was one of the best smelling ones. So that really irritated me, because I was like, why would you cut the one that smells the best? But I don't work at Bath & Body Works, so okay, fine. So they were like, well, you can reach out to them. I would send them a DM on Instagram, which I did. And they sent me a DM back saying that if I like this scent, try Into the Night, which doesn't smell anything like this. So I don't know if I spoke to an actual person at Bath & Body Works, or if I just spoke to like an automated robot. I don't know. But I was just kind of like, no, I'm going to see what the outlet has. So luckily, like maybe about 25 minutes away from where I live, there's a Bath & Body Works outlet. So they have You're So Cheeky there. So if you did look for this fragrance and, like me, found out that the regular full line Bath & Body Works cut it, if you go to the outlet, they still have it, and they had the full line. So they had the body cream, they had the shower gel, they had the spray, the whole thing that I had talked about on this channel previously. And once again, just to remind you of the notes of this one: pink peppercorn, warm almond flour, and vanilla bean. And so it's blended very well. As I said, it's very reminiscent of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And Carolina Herrera Good Girl has vanilla bean and has tonka bean in it as well. So that's where you kind of get, you know, those notes where it kind of smells like it a little bit. But I just like the way this just breaks down over time when you wear it. So like I said, if you also went into your full line and you were disappointed you couldn't find it, or there was another fragrance that was part of the Everyday Luxuries collection that wasn't in your full line, it was probably, you know, part of that collection that got phased out. So if you go to the outlet, you can find it, but you can't find it online, because I tried to look online too and it's not on there. So you will have to go into a physical outlet store and find it. So just, you know, a heads up on that. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on here real quick and just give you an update about these two. Like I said, Cheers and Jeers. So I'm really excited about Sweetest Song, but I'm really bummed out that this has been phased out. But on the upside, you can still get it at the outlet store. But like I said, just want to pop on here and say that. So I will talk to you again soon. I have a couple unboxings that I'd like to do, because, you know, whenever I hear about a fragrance or I smell something new, I definitely look into it. So in the future, I have a couple of unboxings coming up and a couple more reviews and just some general fragrance related content as well. If you have any ideas, feel free to shoot me a DM or even comment on this video. I'd love to hear from you as well. So with that being said, have a good night and bye-bye.